Hey guys, I'm here at Target to check out what's new in the realm of skincare. This is the Target that also has an Ulta Beauty in it, so we're gonna see what all is new at Ulta as well. So no guarantees that any all mineral sunscreen will have no white cast. I get questions, what's a good water resistant mineral sunscreen? This one from Cetaphil is a favorite of mine. The cast is not too bad. Water resistant, so great for sport. Lightweight, it's a fluid consistency. I think the finish is pretty nice overall. Hello, eyelid dermatitis. Be careful of these because the peppermint and eucalyptus essential oils can make their way to delicate eyelid skin, get sucked up there as your eyelid muscles contract to blink and cause an eyelid dermatitis. This is new from Urban SkinRx, the Youth Hero AM PM serums with alpha arbutin and 1% retinoid. That's a little misleading. So this has hydroxypenoxal retinoate, HPR. That is a form of topical vitamin A that is not well studied. I don't put much stock in it. Alpha arbutin can be helpful for dark spots. This also has caffeine, which is good for redness and is anti-inflammatory. It's an antioxidant. Topical caffeine can also help depuff the under eye area for some. This is also new, the Even Tone Super Glow Serum. 10%, I was say 100%, 10% L-ascorbic acid and kojic acid. Kojic acid is great for dark spots, it chelates copper. Ascorbic acid may also be helpful if it's formulated to be stable enough to actually get into the skin, which is always an issue. Plus this has niacinamide, which is also good for dark spots. It gets in the way of the transfer of pigment from melanocytes to keratinocytes. Azelaic acid, also great for hyperpigmentation. Sodium hyaluronate is very hydrating. This is orange peel oil. A citrus oil can be irritating, but otherwise this looks interesting. These Olay cleansing melts I saw at Walmart a few months ago already at this point. And when I pointed them out, I did get some questions. Is retinol actually effective in a facial cleanser? So first of all, if you missed that video, these are basically little pads that you activate with water into a lather to wash your face. Love it they have a fragrance-free one with hyaluronic acid. I think these would be great for travel, but yes, retinol can be deposited on your skin from a wash through the process known as coacervation. Any active can be deposited on the skin. Now, to what extent retinol in a cleanser is as effective as a leave-on, it's hard to say. Probably a lot less irritating. So for those of you who have really sensitive skin, you haven't tolerated retinol, you might try it in a facial cleanser. Take advantage of the short contact therapy approach. Be careful using this around the eyes though, it can be irritating to eyelid skin. Get a lot of questions about these Olay super serums. They were really popular last year. The night repair one is fragrance free and the non-night one has fragrance. It's kind of like a main difference between the two. They have niacinamide, lactic acid, 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid, which is a stable form of vitamin C. So basically these are ingredients that can be helpful for improving skin tone as well as being hydrating. But I saw they came out with a new Super Eyes Daily Eye Serum in this line that has caffeine, which we were just talking about is good for depuffing the under eyes. Some people respond well to it, others it does nothing. It's also an antioxidant. This has niacinamide, which is good for dark spots, redness, and moisture barrier. But it's $34.99. That's pretty expensive. L'Oreal Paris came out with an exfoliant peel in their Bright Reveal line. I reviewed the other two products in this line a couple of months ago, so check that video out. I reviewed the sunscreen and the serum. But this has lactic and glycolic acids, which are good for hydrating the skin and smoothing the skin surface. Very good for rough and bumpy skin. Also has polyhydroxy acid, which is good for hydrating and smoothing the skin surface. It's a gentle exfoliant, so this would be good for skin texture and may help in fading post-acne dark marks. It does have fragrance, and in my experience, these products, the fragrance is very strong. Oh wow, look who is here in Target now, Prequel. So I reviewed this brand several months ago. Check out that video. I really like this cleanser. I finished it up fairly recent. Well, I say fairly recent, but that's just because time goes by so quickly. I finished it up several months ago, but it's really good, and it works well as a body wash too, which is what it's marketed as. And then I love this, the colloidal oatmeal moisturizer. The mineral sunscreen was a little clumpy for me, if I recall correctly, like it pilled a bit, but it wasn't too bad in terms of the cast. This is new, a fragrance-free moisturizing bath oil with grape seed oil, jojoba seed oil, and pumpkin seed oil. This is exciting to see. So a bath oil like this can be helpful for using to sort of break up water-resistant body sunscreen. It's also good if you have eczema-prone skin. May cut down on irritation related to bathing. The soothing one, it has a lavender scent. They also have a bubble bath. I don't recommend using bubble bath if you have eczema. It can really aggravate it. This is sort of the up and up version of Dr. Teal's, I suppose. This is new from Penoxal, a 2% salicylic acid body spray. Looks very, very similar to the one from Different, which I have used before and frequently recommend. These are great for acne breakouts on the back, easier to reach back there. Don't use these in an enclosed space. Make sure you use them somewhere with good ventilation, because you'll end up inhaling the salicylic acid. Here's their 4% benzoyl peroxide cleanser. Check out my recent video on all of the uses for benzoyl peroxide above and beyond just acne. It has many benefits, so check that one out. They also now have a cleansing bar with benzoyl peroxide. This is a great option if you prefer a bar. Recently I did a video on how to combat shiny skin, and I suggested blotting sheets. They have them here, the Up and Up brand. You get 70 sheets for $3.69. This bad boy has been saving me this summer with all of the mosquito bites. Fortunately, the mosquitoes have calmed down. We don't have nearly as many as we did after the storm, but I have discovered that hydrocolloid patches really just are a game changer when it comes to mosquito bite. You don't necessarily have to use these. These particular ones are meant for pimples because they help you to not pick the pimple. They basically provide like a bandage, and then the hydrocolloid can absorb some of the inflammatory exudate and kind of flatten it out. But for a mosquito bite, it just takes away the itch instantly. Serves as a barrier to limit irritation and further itch, limits you from scratching it. It just instantly takes away the itch. Pacifica has some Cryo Baby cooling cryo globes. These are helpful for depuffing, but honestly you could just use a cool compress. Looks like Fero has a handheld blue light acne treatment wand here, $150. So blue light is very helpful for acne because it targets the acne causing bacteria, Cutibacterium acnes. It's safe to use in pregnancy, blue light. If you combine the blue light with the red light, you kind of get a double hitter for acne because the red light is anti-inflammatory. This is good if you tend to get like 1 or 2 small breakouts here and there for a handheld device. And they 100% can be very helpful. They're not as robust as an in-office light-based treatment, but they're great for maintenance, but they're also just great to do at home to kind of control things. They're really helpful. Somebody abandoned their McCafe there. Look at all of these concealers from Pacifica. This is a great option for concealing dark under eye circles related especially to hereditary dark circles. Just by the nature of your anatomy, you may have prominent dark under eye circles. A skincare product is not going to correct that, but a concealer can camouflage. Check it out, you guys. Peter Thomas Roth came out with a tinted version of the Water Drench sunscreen. I actually really like that one. There's no white cast to it. It doesn't burn or sting around the eyes. It's very hydrating. I wonder what the tint is like on this. So it's a chemical sunscreen, and tinted sunscreens, the tint comes from iron oxides. It can be very helpful for improving dark spots because it may offer some protection against blue light that comes from the sun. So you want to be careful with lash serums. Many of them have prostaglandin analogs, which can lead to discoloration around the eyes, hypertrichosis, like you can get on unibrow, as well as change of the eye color and rarely periorbital fat loss. But this multi-peptide lash and brow serum from The Ordinary, I've reviewed it. It's one of the few that at least comes to mind that is a brow serum that does not have those prostaglandin analogs. And they don't claim that it helps with lash growth. They just say like visibly fuller lashes. So it just kind of helps, I think, as a serum for hydrating the lashes and reducing breakage. This is new from The Ordinary. Their Saccharomyces ferment 30% milky toner. Saccharomyces ferments can be very hydrating, rich in antioxidants. Squalane is an emollient. This is their newer, came out what, last year? Soothing and, yeah, it was about last year in October. Soothing and Barrier Support Serum. I reviewed this. It's the pink one. The pink comes from B12, which actually shows promise as a topical for helping with itch. But overall, this was okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't something I'd go out of my way necessarily to repurchase. But I liked it enough to finish it. I saw Tula has the sunscreen brightening serum. All of these different shades, which is exciting, but $42. Wow, that's steep. Let me know if you've tried this. I haven't really been super impressed by Tula. I think I was put off with them because I want to say I saw an ad somebody did with them and it looked like they were using a filter, or I know what it was. The individual doing the ad made it seem as though like her acne cleared by using Tula products, but come to find out she'd also been on Accutane. I just felt like it was very misleading, because we all know that the isotretinoin is doing the heavy lifting. If she had said something like, these products were really helpful on my acne clearing journey, that would have been okay, because skincare is important when using isotretinoin, you know, and going through acne treatment, but she made it seem like the products were what cleared her acne. It's just very misleading. The Gateway to Snail. This All About Snail kit I absolutely love, because you get a small sample of the cream as well as the power essence, and then you can try the cleanser and the eye cream for $25, because I feel like Snail is one of those things that if you're like me, you fall in love with it and you see dramatic results, but a lot of people are just like underwhelmed by it, or their skin is irritated by it. So I really like the kit for that purpose. They now have the cream in a tube, which is great, because if you've been here for any number of years, you know I have accidentally dropped an entire jar of the Snail cream all over the bathroom floor, and is that ever messy to pick up? This is also new from Peter Thomas Roth, this Instant Firmex Glow Filter Priming Serum. Now the Firmex is the line where you have the notorious under eye bag tightener, and the way this works is as it dries on the skin, it pulls the under eye bag tight, and so it creates the illusion that you have just, your eye bag has disappeared, but it's just the ingredient dries down, kind of like glue. But a lot of people who use this, they find that their makeup starts getting very cakey and flaky, and the product gets dry and kind of crusty. I've tried this and I reviewed it. I didn't experience the crusty, flaky stuff with it, but I have tried others similar to this, because there are a lot of these types of products. This is not the only one. And I have encountered the flaky stuff with others. But anyway, this is a new product in that line. And at first I was thinking, oh, is this another tinted sunscreen in the Firmex line? But no, it's not. It's a primer serum. Now it is tinted, but it's kind of looking like it's meant for, it says instantly illuminates skin for a more lifted and defined look with illuminating minerals and diamond powder. Okay. So it sounds like a tinted moisturizer. And maybe it looks really good, who knows, but the iron oxides in this may also help with visible light protection. Oh, look what else Peter Thomas Roth has come out with. A lip plumping lip gloss. You have to be careful with these lip plumping products, because a lot of times the way they work is they irritate the lips, so you get tissue swelling, and that's not a great thing, because that can lead to irritation quite easily. Yeah, peppermint oil, I'm guessing, is the lip irritant in this, to cause enough irritation to increase blood flow, cause a little bit of tissue swelling, give that plump look, but yeah, it can really lead to a lot of lip irritation. Let me tell you though, if you want to improve the appearance of lip fullness with a topical product, try just plain petroleum jelly, or specifically the CeraVe healing ointment. It has hyaluronic acid in it, and I swear that whenever I use that, I get a little bit of a plumping effect. And just through light scattering from the product being on my lips, it just looks like you have fuller lips. But in contrast to these conventional lip plumping products that have irritants in them, CeraVe healing ointment is actually very good for dry, chapped, irritated lips. Look guys, Beekman now has a vegan goat milk. All of their products previously had goat milk, orange peel oil. I already cautioned about that. I've tried a few Beekman products and they've been pretty good objectively. Like this potato peel with glycolic acid to smooth the skin surface. This would be a good option for keratosis pilaris, rough and bumpy skin. But here's the vegan goat milk pore minimizing toner with niacinamide and black tea ferment. Black tea is rich in polyphenols, and then niacinamide is great for dark spots, redness, the moisture barrier, and it's good for acne prone skin. They also have a gel cleanser. It says the vegan goat milk complex is alpha glucan oligosaccharide, epimidum sagittatum leaf stem extract, hydrolyzed oat protein, and coconut fruit powder, lactic acid. Are we all still in the same parentheses? So quite a few things in the vegan goat milk. Yeah, speaking of lash growth serums, the Grande Brow, oops, somebody was playing around with makeup there and it's on my finger. The Grande Brow and Grande Lash, they have the prostaglandin analogs, so they can cause hyperpigmentation of your eyelids, change your eye color, cause a lot of eyelid irritation to boot, and then they can cause unwanted hair growth anywhere where they happen to get outside of the lashes, and rarely can cause fat loss around the eyes, which for all intents and purposes does appear for the most part to be reversible once you stop using the prostaglandin analogs. Like, it's something that has primarily been observed in patients using prostaglandin analogs introduced directly into the eye for the purpose of treating glaucoma, but it has been actually observed clinically in people using the lash serums. Well, Target did not disappoint. They had a lot of good new finds here. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up. If you all enjoy these, on the end slate is going to be my most recent Target Shop With Me video, so you can watch that one next. But if you like this one, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.